Africa as a continent is an important aspect for Transnet. As you know, we have been in the African continent since the inception of Transnet, which was around 1853. So we have an African soul. We are not going into Africa. We've always been in Africa. But we are now at the point where we are diversifying from our South African base to go into some of the African countries. But what we are now saying is that we are going to take the core competences of Transnet in terms of port, rail, and pipeline, and we leverage that to diversify geographically. And we have a very efficient process in terms of dealing with that. The other one is really having best in class in terms of cargo handling. We measure our port terminal handling in terms of various indices and matrices, and we have particular norms that we adhere to, and we're trying on a continuous basis to make sure that we become better. We lean our processes. We make sure that the quality of our work, the health standards that are in there, they subscribe to the highest standards in terms of the Health and Safety Acts. Is a digital philosophy that we've brought in, where we have real-time drones within the port system, where we can be able to tell you where the cargo is, where the ship is, when will it be leaving. Over the next 7 years, we have set aside 7.7 billion rand for training and capacity buildings. The market demand strategy is Transnet's very bold infrastructure investment program. It does not only look at infrastructure, it also looks at investments in terms of rolling stock in our railways. It also looks at new fleets in terms of our ports. So if you look at where we are, there's been quite a number of very good progress that we have made over the past 4 years. For instance, we're building tugs for all our 8 commercial ports. We are now on tug number 5 of 9 tugs that is part of a 1.4 billion rand project where a South African shipyard is actually building this, and we're very proud of the local content and the supplier development imperative that comes with this. We have created close to 500,000 jobs as Transnet through this 300 billion rand capital investment. We have upgraded some of our facilities in terms of Transnet engineering, our capabilities, where we have joint ventures with 4 original equipment manufacturers, and we are working apace and at pace. With the branch lines, we have been asking for the private sector to come in and operate these lines. The national infrastructure of our country is strategic. It will continue to remain under Transnet's watch as a custodian for the people of the Republic of South Africa. But the operations, we are welcome to create 10, 15, 20-year concessions where the private sector can come in and operate, and some of them are already operating in our branch lines, which we believe is a very good step for local economic development. In fact, we have about 280 billion pipeline of projects where we expect the private sector inside South Africa to work with us to make sure that we can create the kind of capacity that will optimize the logistics chain. As a country and as a world, we face many challenges. The only way that we are going to resolve problems is by bringing together different aspects of people in society: business, government, labor, civil society. We need to sit together. We have a very beautiful country, which a lot of people that come into the country, they would love to see this country succeed. Let us share the good news where there are certain things that have succeeded, but let us also create good news, because there's lots of good news in South Africa. There are a lot of good things that are happening, but we can only really make South Africa great if all of the people in South Africa can use their collective energies to create and chart a new South Africa that works for everyone in the country.